In this video, I'm going to go over how to set up a really great morning routine, right? To set ourselves up for success for our day, to wake up feeling that we're taking care of ourselves. And the way, and I've already said this in the intro, but the way that I view it is, some folks view self-care, taking time for a morning routine, as selfish, right? Or they say, oh, there's no time to do it. When we think about that this life is a gift, and when we receive a gift, we have a responsibility to take care and honor that gift. Self-care is all about honoring the gift of life, right? That we have woken up today, that we have another day on this beautiful planet to do our work, be a contribution to our families, our communities, our friends, and we want to be our best in that work. And having a morning routine really helps us be our best. And I know that in the introduction to Ayurveda, I talked about the doshas and constitutions, and that is beyond the scope of this course. I'm not going to get into a specific constitution, eating and lifestyle schedules for each constitution. That may come in a different course. And also, that's an opportunity for you to meet with a coach or a practitioner to really dive in deeper into your constitution and specifics for your particular diet and lifestyle. In this course, we're focusing on tools, strategies that all of us can use, regardless of constitution, to regulate the nervous system. Yeah. To set ourselves up for success. And so this morning routine is an important piece. And so I'm going to go over the basics of a morning routine. And actually I'm taking from my own morning routine. So I wake up, and when I first wake up, I think of gratitudes for the day. What am I grateful for? Grateful for this gift of life, grateful for this new day, to be able to go out into the world and be a contribution. Maybe I'm grateful for my dog snuggling, or my husband snuggling next to me, right? Whatever gratitudes you want to express to yourself quietly. And then I get up, and I always make sure to put on socks to keep my feet warm. And actually, regardless of the season, I love socks and staying warm. So I get up and I get, some warm clothes on, and I go over and I scrape my tongue first thing. And this is a tongue scraper. This is a stainless steel tongue scraper. It's about $12. Okay. And I scrape my tongue back to front 7 times. And tongue scraping does a few things. One, it gets the bacteria out of your mouth that has risen to the top of your tongue overnight. And according to Ayurveda, during sleep, our bodies are processing, continue to process what we've consumed during the day. And that some of the waste material comes up on our tongue as bacteria, and it's usually a white coating. Yeah, if you get up in the morning and go to the bathroom and stick to the mirror and stick your tongue out, you'll see a white coating usually on your tongue. And so we're not trying to get the entire white coating off, because according to Ayurveda, we have undigested metabolic waste, okay, which toxins, and the toxins can appear on our tongue. Okay, it's an indication of how our body is processing what we're consuming. And so we're not trying to get rid of that entire coating. because that is another topic. Maybe cleansing and fasting helps with that. But we want to clear the coating that has come up overnight. Okay, so 7 times back to front. And after you do it once, I swear you will never not do it, because you'll see how gross what you're taking off your tongue is, and you'll be really stoked to be doing it every morning. That same bacteria is bacteria that causes bad breath, so scraping the tongue helps with bad breath. And it just feels really great. Don't scrape too hard, okay? And don't go too far back. You don't want to gag yourself. So it's a gentle scraping back to front. And I rinse in between every time. So scrape, rinse a little water. Again, to conserve water, I do a small stream of water, rinse, and scrape again. Okay, so that's tongue scraping. Next, I oil pull, and this is a specific, Banyan Botanicals is a company that I love, and they have many Ayurvedic products that are great, and this is their daily swish, and it's a combination of sesame oil and coconut oil with some medicinal herbs cooked in, and some essential oil like spearmint. And so I take a little swig of that, maybe a teaspoon to a tablespoon, depending, and I swish it around in my mouth for 5 to 10 minutes. So after I scrape my tongue, I take some oil, swish it around my mouth, and as I'm doing that, I go to the kitchen to start boiling my water to drink warm, in preparation to drink warm lemon water. So that way I am taking the time to swish the oil, and the reason it's called oil pulling is because you're pulling it back and forth through your teeth. And what it does is help to strengthen and nourish the gums, right? And it's another layer of helping to pull bacteria out of the mouth. And I don't know the scientific evidence behind this, but if you've oil pulled, you'll notice that it also helps to pull mucus or anything in your sinuses as well. It'll help to drain that. And so once I'm done oil pulling, I spit the oil out in the garbage. That's really important. You don't want to put it down the sink or anywhere else. So spit the oil out in the garbage, and then I brush my teeth. And while I was oil pulling, I boiled my water and prepared my lemons. So take a nice little slice of lemon, squeeze the lemon, pour the boiling water, and sometimes I'll add some cool water in so it's not too hot, and I'll drink warm lemon water. My Ayurvedic teacher once said that drinking warm lemon water in the morning is like a yoga posture for your kidneys and urinary tract. Really healthy for the kidneys, really healthy it's like a gentle morning cleanse to wake up the system and get everything moving. And the pectin in lemon has actually been shown to help with weight loss. And so it's a nice, gentle, everyday cleanser that also gets the digestive system working or waking up. Lemon is heating. And so talking about the qualities in Ayurveda, we want to warm up our digestive fire, right? So we want to keep that nice, warm quality moving in the body. After drinking lemon water, I use Nasya oil. And Nasya oil, and this is my favorite one, it's from the Ayurvedic Institute. It's called Super Nasya. And it is oil with, it's sesame, sunflower, eucalyptus, rose, sandalwood, and edible camphor. And so those are essential oils. And what it is it's for the nose. Nasya means nose in Sanskrit. Ayurveda is the path of oils. And I have to say that before I started this journey of Ayurveda, sometimes I was kind of grossed out by oils, like too much oil, and if I was getting a massage and the massage therapist used too much oil, or I don't know, I just didn't like a lot of oils. And that was because I was very kapha imbalanced. So when you think of kapha, I already mentioned in the first lesson, heavy, right? Very heavy, and oil can tend to be heavy. Once I took care of that imbalance and got lighter, right? And my pitta, because I'm dual doshic, kapha pitta or pitta kapha, once that started to come back into balance, I really started enjoying the oils and feeling the benefits of the oils. And the reason I'm sharing this with you is that sometimes we have aversions to things, and it's not necessarily because they're not good for us. It could be because of an imbalance or a craving that we're having. And so, again, having an open mind and exploration can be really helpful for us. And if you try something and it really doesn't work for you, that's fine, right? You don't have to continue with that. But just having an open mind and experimenting. So with this Super Nasya, I take my little finger, put a few drops, and I stick my finger up my nose and I rub the oil in. And then I block my other nostril and do some strong sniffs in, really inhaling the oil. And it's wonderful for waking up the mind. Oil is very healthy for the brain, and it's a wonderful way to wake up the senses, protect the sinuses, and it's also cleansing. So that's a little bit about Nasya. And after that, I am ready for I come into my yoga room and I do my morning yoga practice, and followed by some breath work and some and meditation. So depending on how much time I have, if I've woken up early enough, given myself enough time, my yoga practice can, be an hour and 15 minutes, an hour and a half. Otherwise, I shorten it depending on what I've got going on that day. The key is, even when I only have 10 minutes, I take those 10 minutes and I do the yoga. Even if I only have 5 minutes for meditation, I set my alarm. I do the 5-minute meditation. Okay? Every little bit helps. Every little bit contributes to starting out the day in centered and feeling balanced and calm or energized, however that makes you feel. So even if you, again, it's not about doing it all. Just because I don't have an hour and a half to do everything, I make use of the time that I have, and I really encourage you to take that on, right? To take on get rid of the all or nothing mentality. So my yoga practice, I usually start on my back. And because I'm waking up, for me, that's very helpful. And then I use timers for meditation, and I always do a little bit of breath work. And I will include, I've included videos, I've included a yoga class in this lesson, and I'll also include a guided meditation and also some breath work for you to help you incorporate those into your day, into your morning routine. After yoga, meditation, breath work, especially in fall, winter, and spring, I give myself a warm oil massage called Abhyanga. And Abhyanga is wonderful for the skin, for circulation, for lymph drainage, and it's oil can protect as well, especially in the variable seasons like fall and spring, and also in the winter when it's really cold. It creates, my teacher once talked about how it creates a barrier between you and the elements, and I really loved that, and it feels so good to do during those cold seasons. Again, it doesn't actually take that long. It's with long strokes, and I warm the oil up in a what I've used in the past is an essential oil diffuser with a candle in the bottom, and I put the oil on top and I heat it and place the warm oil on my skin. The warmth of the oil helps it to absorb into the skin. And here I have, again, Banyan Botanicals. So this is oil with herbs specific to kapha, right? So cooked in, and then I have pitta, and I have vata massage oil as well, and they also have a daily massage oil. And I've included the link in the notes to their video on how to Abhyanga. And I included, again, this is perhaps something that is not, we've all heard of yoga, meditation, breath work, perhaps even drinking warm lemon water. The self-massage tends to be a very new concept, and the benefits are wonderful. And so check out the video, try it yourself, and you don't have to order these oils. You can use unrefined sesame oil that you get at the grocery store. Make sure that it's quality oil. You could also use coconut oil if you prefer the smell of coconut oil, so it doesn't have to be complex. But warm it up, and yeah, you can watch that video and you'll get everything you need to know about that. And then once the oil is on, sometimes I let it sink in for several minutes, and then I hop in the shower, warm shower again, to help the oil absorb, and it feels wonderful. And then I pat off after my shower, and I do have your towels. If you do the oil massage, they will start smelling like oil, so you may want to reserve specific towels for when you do the oil massage. Pat dry, and it'll leave you feeling warm and protected and ready for your day. And and then I get dressed and start my day. So that is my morning routine. Again, my call to action is to, or I should say my call to action for this piece is to choose one or two of these morning routine suggestions and incorporate them and see how it works for you, and go from there, right? Don't try and do everything all at once. Small changes, small steps. It's the small steps, the small things that we do every day that really contribute to our health and wellness, right? Small steps every day. Practicing yoga 5 minutes 4 times a week will bring at least as much, if not way more benefits than going to one 1 hour class that week, in 1 week. So really having the consistency of that practice is what's important. And have fun with it. It's fun to experiment with these morning routine suggestions, and perhaps a whole new world opens up. So, and again, relating it back to the nervous system, this morning routine really helps us start our day, right, with that nice flow and build into activity, as opposed to looking at the phone, getting all stressed out, drinking our coffee right away, and spiking way up into activation, right, and then staying in that activation the whole day, and then coming home and feeling exhausted. So instead, this morning routine helps us build slowly, mindfully, and then be ready for activation. And then in a later video, we'll talk about a bedtime routine that helps us, slowly wind down and get ready for that restful sleep. So enjoy. Thank you for taking on this journey of self-care and commitment to your health. You've got this. I know change isn't always the easiest, But I really want to encourage you. Again, small steps. You got it. And have fun with it.